John 3:18. Whoever believes in him is not condemned, but whoever does not believe stands condemned already because he has not believed in the name of God's one and only Son. When I was little, my dad used to make me read the Bible, and one verse that he made me remember and memorize by heart, and the one verse that I remember to this day, which I never forgot, is John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever shall believe in him will not perish but have everlasting life. When I was little, I didn't really know what that meant. It just seemed like a very important verse that all the adults made you say because it held some kind of benign importance to them. But today, I can say in front of all of you as my witness, that I accept Jesus Christ as my personal Savior. I believe that he is the one and only way to heaven. I believe that with all my heart. I have complete and total faith in that. And that if I were to die suddenly today, that I would go to heaven. The one and only way for anybody at all, whether you're a queer Christian, whether you're Methodist, I don't know, whether you're a Mormon, anything, whatever your denomination is, the only way for you to go to heaven is to believe that Jesus Christ is your Savior. John chapter 1, verse 12. Yet to all who received him, to those who believed in his name, he gave the right to become children of God. If you believe that Jesus Christ is your Savior, if you accept that he is your Savior, and if you believe that wholeheartedly, then you're a child of God. You have the right to call yourself God's son or God's daughter. First Peter chapter 2, verse 21. To this you were called because Christ suffered for you, leaving you an example that you should follow in his steps. I've heard some pastors talk about the Christian life, and they make it a very important ordeal. They make being a Christian and following the Christian life, to follow the Ten Commandments, they make it very important. But honestly, being a good Christian, being a good man, being a good woman, being a good person, it's not going to guarantee you your way to heaven. That's not going to get you into heaven. If a person were to die, but lived his entire life as a good person, never did anything wrong, but didn't believe that Jesus Christ was a Savior, and he went up to heaven, spoke to God, and he asked him, can I come into heaven? You know what God would say? He would say no. No matter what you do in life, you're always going to be a sinner. You're always going to be unclean in God's eyes. And the one and only way for you to get into heaven is to believe that Jesus Christ is your Savior. But that doesn't make being a good Christian any less important. As it says here, you were called because Christ suffered for you, leaving you an example that you should follow in his steps. If you're a good Christian, if you want to show to the pagans that Christians are what we truly stand for, then you should follow in Jesus' footsteps. You should be a good Christian. You should, be a good person. Follow the Ten Commandments. Do what is right. But never forget that if you don't believe that Jesus Christ is your Savior, you're not going to make it into heaven. And today, in front of everybody, I have been baptized. I've been baptized in water. And about a year ago, I already gave a testimony basically proclaiming that I actually believe in Jesus Christ as my Savior. That being said, I had already been baptized before in the Spirit. But today I've been baptized in water in front of all of you as witness. And I honestly can tell all of you right now with complete confidence that I will make it into heaven. And that from here on out, if anybody here doubts at all that they will make it into heaven, Just read the Bible, just read these verses, and it'll tell you what you need to do and what you have to believe in to get into heaven. Thank you.